and Iboga is the grandfather. Now, Iboga can be both genders. It shows up in all different ways, but it seems to be referenced sometimes as the grandfather in just circles, right?
Different for everybody. It could be 6 to 12 hours of intense tripping, but then there's an afterglow for, a day and a half.
First of all, just so you know, if you're referencing Iboga or you're new to it, just know that Iboga is referenced in the psychedelic community as the Mount Everest of psychedelics. If you ever want to compare it to anything, you can't. Iboga is Iboga, or Ibogaine is Ibogaine. It's completely different than anything you ever experienced before in your life. And when somebody asks me what's Iboga like, I say, it's Iboga. That's really all I can say. Seeing the format with people is it's about a 36-hour experience. Yeah. I mean, the first 12 to 14 is going to be the journey part, so it's going to open out. Iboga is a root, so you're going down to the depth of yourself, deeper than you've ever gone before. And so with the first 12 to 14 hours is going to be much more like the journey part. First 12 to 14 hours, and that first 12 to 14 hours, as Aeden talked about, it's very destabilizing. And so you're not really able to move. If you pick up your finger, it can feel like you're on a boat in a hurricane. And so there's some assistance that's needed as far as aiding you to the bathroom or getting you water, whatever kind of a process is needed. And after about 12 to 14 hours, you kind of come out of that. You're a little more tuned into your body and move into much more like an emotional processing. And the support is, whether it's me or somebody else, leaves the person alone to kind of process those emotions for like 12 to 14 hours. And then the last 12 to 14 hours is more about integration. The medicine begins to integrate the experience for you. But the point of how you feel before the medicine to where you're completely out of the medicine, I would say is timed roughly about 36 hours.
Amazing.
So, Ibogaine, it's primarily most beneficial for opiate addicts. It works on the opioid site receptors in the brain and actually repairs the damage done to how it was before an addict started using it in the first place. So the benefit of Ibogaine is reducing those symptoms to a minimal level, and comparatively, the withdrawal effects are a walk in the park compared to going cold turkey. And it's not a maintenance drug. You do it one time, it's a flood dose, and yeah, it's really wild shit.
One thing that's known is that Iboga has the ability to reprogram the entire limbic brain.
Yeah, so, typically withdrawal for opiates anyway can last a week or even up to a month. And it condenses that down to about a day or two. It really depends on your age, your liver, how you metabolize the medicine. But usually by day 2 or 3, people really make a huge turnaround. And I always tell people on their gray day, compare yourself to if you were going cold turkey right now. And they're like, oh, yeah, never mind. They stop complaining.
It's much more about you come out of it completely shifted, and you have to figure out what's different, right? But it's already different, and so you're learning. It's not like a big vision or message that came through. It's more like you recognize, like, oh, I'm different. What's different about me, right? The saying is that ayahuasca will help you win the race of life, but Iboga will take you across the finish line.